the CEO director of Level Up Consult, in the person of Mr. Bernard Kwam. Bernard, good morning.
Good morning, George.
We have a call.
Kukrum.
Kukrum saying. Bernard, in some baby in the city of Ghana, I'm also so no matter baby, mobile. Baby, like when it comes to CV, profiling, and cover letter near the idea, it's you guys and I'm more scrutinizing yama kakra. Obi betumi aka say me wo ayi me CV akwa to baby, but CV now obehwe no, it's really bad. The cover letter be or nyama bebre, it doesn't really like, it's not something catchy when it comes to you presenting an application and now your CV to an institution. What can we do to help it out?
You George Medasi, Dedicano, Emma Meti for good morning. Now I hope say baby will be ano Nyamiadum Yahuye na Bibia Koso wano. Okay, fine. Higher one on a level up consult for short, if any loop consult. Now the idea and also the brain behind loop consult is we think say in our country, for example, the education now is not able to help individual now ultimately eco school not to be strategically fit into the market space. And what me also be to me eco school 4 years, 3 years, whatever course duration now it is expected. No, but we are number one. On to me enya a friend is a juma enya, not because say a juma no ebino ideally, and I say realistically no in our part of the world, you have so many graduates chasing after a few jobs.
Yes.
Jumana ewo honom no, it's and to me consolidate the your friend is saying the graduates are the institutional educational institutions almost your friend is saying your mobile out
Okay.
But at the same time the challenge I want to say Juma Ketwana ewo honom the candidates and I say the graduates have not built up the capacity and the needed acumen and I say the needed skills to me are fitting well into the job market. Oshe, your friends, the CEO of Beach Capital,
yes,
which from that time was say jobs or coining nice phrase or say jobs day but boys no day. Or say jobs day but boys no day. Then they say the graduates they don't have the capacity. So kind of added on skill and that's the added on value now. A bit to me I'm to me fit into the job market. It is lacking. Internal companies do not find them readily interesting and as a readily ready to fit into almost job vacancies. Internal it makes a lot of struggles leading into unemployment and anema vibri. Now under loop consult sa gap where ya creating or is visibly clear in young country and even in Africa we are trying to fail and we are trying to help graduates say obedan ya you bet me abwa in one way or the other. In one of your products and as a services your friend career ready.
Okay.
Career ready you are acquiring from the word career readiness. You need to be ready for a jumana head knowledge is different from practical knowledge. And I said the usia in the confinement of classroom because of say their curriculum your structure it doesn't readily help you to know the nitty-gritties also in the job space. For example, so we are graduate there are little things we expect you to know. Say certain things like how to manipulate your way around the Microsoft Word, how to have some few things about PowerPoint presentation, how to draft a memo, like little things, be how to convene a meeting, talking to clients. We call something critical thinking skills. We call something the problem solving skills. The liaison skills. Some of these little things, unfortunately, we show a curriculum anymore. It has not been put there, and some of these little things now we put together. Now, what about specifically on the job market? There are certain things we expect you as a graduate to have it at your fingertips.
Okay.
How to have a quality and a job ready curriculum vitae, or we call it resume. How to draft a very solid cover letter. Even about interview skills or interviewing, there are certain things we expect you to know. You need, and you don't just get up and know them. You need to be trained. You need to have the practical idea a bit to be strategically positioned in the eye of the employer. So your marketing now this morning a lot of people, both graduates and they are still in the job space looking for jobs, and as trying to land their dream jobs. What we call a CV review project. CV review project. Now under this project, obi biara click on that link. We'll share the link soon. My CV aspects to look into your CV now.
Yes.
Now we will point out some of the loopholes, and also some of the Nehemiah into me and present you in a very good light to your employees. You can say CV in the legal space, you can say a lawyer ujina your name it me speaking on your behalf. Speak on your behalf to employers. It is a nibana FLC even though say physically you are not there with me a rough idea of your qualification, your experiences, your skills, your competencies, because we employers on almost employer be any brace ubinya profit for the job until he's looking for a very serious and competent team player. Now to me I joining the team until the CV plays a major role in determining whether say we are good and not say we are good. And at the challenge I want to say, you baby, your friend is saying, was skills, you're more a jumana ubi to me.
Yes.
But unfortunately, when to me, I represented some kind of strength, so we cannot see it. There's a way, and that's a strategic way every company expects almost CV to be like. Because, for example, we share a company like KPMG, they will have a way they expect their CV to be, their cover letter to be, and their way and their standards of operation. Into to me, in fact, one CV and spread it out to all the whole place. Your friend BB to say job hunting.
Yes. And
one of the ways of job hunting, we call it unsolicited application. Unsolicited application means simply say, who is schooler? Tenacity. Natural application letters. Any CV not spread the mark company but very wrong. Very wrong in the sense that offer BB to say company A.
Yes.
Company B. Company C are with different culture and a different your friend is a mode of operation and the way they expect Omoniama to be like. So you can't take a generalized or an open cover letter or CV and spread it to all of them. And then HR for human resource managers for every now and then almost thousands and thousands of CV table, so until they don't have the luxury of time ebetumi abo omo ama omo timi ahwe receive the one at a time no into omunya fa receive no omunya hu bibi kakra they just push it away. They will trash it. This I say you want to endorse more into also we very careful in how I will present it receive no anything I hear this our project no so project no is to help the young graduate and while you are in search for job no to help you be properly positioned in the space of the employment industry. And very important and very good. People think it homogeneous search is very trivial. Oh, me meet me go online. Now I downloading my here. No, you can't see even a very technical part of your career. I will say you look into it. Originally, you would want to get an expert, a professional to look into your CV before you launch your CV out there, because CV represents who you really are in the space of the job market. And that is for the career ready. The rest of the services, so we have what you call the career direct. And on say ABR, if you are at a crossroad as to which career, which course, which school, which country to have your higher education, because something professional development. And in your world, it has become very sophisticated. And for you to be able to fit into space, really well, you need to present yourself in a professional manner. It doesn't mean say projecting an image of who you are not, but projecting a good image in the eye of whoever you meet. And your friend in professional development. Under the career direction, we help you to be strategically positioned and clear about what you really want to do in this life and how you can get it done. And another project, another service area, and say every year, we help students travel abroad through scholarships. Your friend is saying processes. Last year, to me the Kofobe 50 traveled across most of the countries of the world, almost like 7 countries of the world, spanning from UK to Canada to India to Poland to China to Vietnam. All of these countries, you beat me about why yes sir are there.
Bernard, Obi Baby say, what are the difference between CV and a cover letter?
Okay, that's a good question. You can say curriculum vitae. Curriculum vitae is your friend is saying it's a combination of who you are. That's the first piece. Who you are, not just say your name, your address, your contact details, your emails. Number 2, has to do with your educational laurels and also educational level or educational path. Okay. Is going to talk about schools are wako, Niama Wesia Ewo school nimu, Niama Waye during the moment of schooling. Then we'll move on to experiences. Experiences most of the time in the job industry.
Yes.
So ABR about career trajectory who free company A and what do company B. Then who free company A, do company B. What have you been doing with your life about job industry? You tell us everything. Then also looking at your skills, your abilities, your competences. Then ABR certain places you have been at. It is a summary of your capacity, your ability, or to prove yourself. Say you will be able to do the job. Okay. Then na waye, and then na wunim. Then na wunim, and then na waye. Ebetumi abua company. Ama to me, I am competitively placed in the job. Okay. But cover letter, no, is just a summary of declaring your interest. Is declaring your interest to join the company. So
no quiet with say application.
Okay. In relationship terms, we'll call it the proposal letter.
Okay. Okay. Good. I work with company A. BBC and mean to me Like let's say I left them but not on a very good note. But to me they are coming even
your friend is saying one of the things one of the challenges I even want for CV only say what me say about job transitioning now.
Yes.
For example, what me who say will be at 2001 ABA Playhouse Radio Limited.
Yes.
2001 maybe in May of free Playhouse. We na wakocho 2001 ABA if I say June. No another company.
Yeah.
In the eye of the employer, no.
Yes.
You ask you questions. And then what happened? No. So you want to know what really occurred within that space.
Okay.
And in 2001, no, maybe in January, no, he left this job. And for almost like 3 years, maybe in 2005, it will be a great concern to the employer. So what have you been doing in that space?
Okay.
What have you been doing? Oh, I've been home. No employer will employ such a person. What have you been doing in the time space? You should be doing some strategic things. It will give you a hands-on experience that you can be immediately put into the job market. Because the point is, if you don't train your mind,
yes,
if you don't develop your mind, your mind has a way of going into the hibernation mode.
Okay.
Exercising and training your mind with the relevant things, very important. And then with a click of a button, you are on the airspace.
Yes.
You can pick up short courses. We also run short courses. You want to look at it also. You can pick up short courses. You can pick up activities. You can pick up what do you call it? Developmental projects.
Okay.
To keep you very busy or to keep you very alert, so that you can increase your chances of employability.
Okay.
So what join here, we don't only look at your CV, but we prep you up so that you'll be able to what do you call it, fit into whatever will help you. Yeah.
To fit into whatever will help you. We started say Kasano. We were trying to paint this picture as the things we learn in class, that is not really what we encounter out there. And Obia Drain say, I am ABA oil and gas, or oil and gas, school, but Oba out, and yeah, what you man, do you think, say, it is appropriate when one is being employed in a field that you are not related? Is it important?
Okay, George. I think say what we call career transition.
Okay.
And you would also want to look into one of my books now, Matrono. I call it the career path. It will be coming out next year in January thereabout. I'll give you more information about it.
Okay.
There is no problem in moving from company A, which is one industry, into company B, which is another industry.
Yeah.
But the challenge is that where you're going to have your satisfaction or your ultimate joy? In this life, we are all chasing after money.
Yes.
We are all looking to prove to the world that yes, we are up to something. But we all need what we call internal satisfaction, because that is the ultimate thing Onipebia is looking after.
Okay.
Who life you are not satisfied, you will always be on the edge. And being on the edge doesn't put you in a very good light. So what I will say, or what I will advise is, you need to first of all understand what you want to achieve in life. You really need to come into terms with what you want to do to help yourself. If you look in my book, there are certain practical steps and as the principles are a bit clear to be strategically positioned in an industry a better satisfaction, a better something that you'll be happy with. You need to love job now, you know. Don't just go for a job that will give you just money. It's very important you need the money, but bear in mind, say, what will help you know is a job that will bring you satisfaction. A job that when you are doing, you are excited about, you love it. Okay. You don't need to be pushed around. And as a nation, we have a great thing or role to play in helping our citizens to understand what will help them, and what we will do is through education. And I'm really excited about your friend is the free education,
yes,
which is going all around to help a lot of people to understand some few things about what it means to live a successful life.
Okay.
Because hitherto, without education, even though education, it's not the key. Please understand. Even though education is not the key to success, it is a key. It is a key, but it is not the key. That means that your friend is saying you don't only need to have a formal type, but understand the role or who you really are. After you've been able to know, say, it may wow courses and as experiences, skills are also acquire to be able to fit very well into idea to me. So what I will advise again is there's no problem in career transition, but as an Aobe transited from one career to another, do not transit because of finances or because of money. It's good, but transit looking side by side with money and satisfaction. I will say both of it go together so that you can reduce stress. Time magazines in the US now, about 85% of the working populace have high blood pressure every Monday morning. They have high blood pressure every Monday morning because it doesn't bring satisfaction to them. So they painstakingly wake up to go and do a job. So you need a job ever reflecting your internal or your intrinsic worth. Yes, and it helps to also increase your chances of living, increase your chances of happiness, and increase your chances of satisfaction. So that is something you'd want to know about.
Wow. Bernard. I need Bernard. At least he helps me out with my CV, and I say I need to come in for consultation when it comes to career and other stuff. How then do they get in touch with you?
It's very easy and very simple. You can meet us on our social media handles, but for now I'll be giving you some few contacts. You can easily have an access to whatever information you want, and you can look at number 1 0245
okay
801 836 0245 801 836, and I say 020 45 22 850 0245 801 0245
yes
801 836 and 020 45 22 850. And with this you'll be able to access all our products and our services, and I believe is going to be of great help to you. We look at also institutions into a school, you are an institution,
yes,
and you want training and development for your company, we can look at that also for you. We are running another promotion under our Explore Global. That is a travel and tour service. You can also call to look at it. Scholarships
can
abroad.
you talk a little bit about that one?
The travel and tour.
Yeah, no, the
Explore Global.
yes, and your study abroad. Can you talk a little bit?
Yeah. The Explore Global is one of the products or service that we help people who believe that
okay,
and as they believe some people have gotten jobs on international levels, but as to how to get there, difficult. Some other people also want to go and work out there. Also, is one of the opportunities we provide with our high links and connection with most of the countries of the world. We are able to easily facilitate your visa. Processes, which will help you to land the job. And at this one, it is not your friend is saying promise and fail or anything. No, because we have come this far and we have seen the struggles and what this kind of processes. But because of our wide network of connection, we are able to help you move from Ghana or wherever you are in a successful way to go and either work or to go and study abroad. Now, come November, we will be launching our scholarship test exam. And you'll be on echo
okay.
And through our standardized test, aptitude test, we are able to invite students that they believe say, "Oh my dream, clear, they are good," and all of that, to come and compete for the scholarship and all of that. And also, go register. You will have the opportunity to write the exams. And we are writing it in 5 major centers in Ghana. You have Greater Accra region, Greater Kumasi region, now called Kumerica.
Greater Kumasi.
Now Kumerica. So,
unless it be of America, we are more fun.
You see, I almost say, Washington.
To be of America, yeah. Wait to me, Kumasi. Sorry, Kumerica.
Yeah, and I work Cape Coast, you was Sunyani, and I work Takradi.
Okay.
It's when the artwork and everything will be out soon. Just watch on the media space or social media space, and I think you get much information about it. And also, as I told you last year, through that project, we sent 50 people.
Okay.
Who are still comfortably studying in the various countries of the world. About 7 of them even counting. And this thing is really helping. And if you also want to work also,
yes,
so all these little things we are just doing to help you, and I think it's going to be of a great help. And our charges is very, very minimal because we understand the situation in which we find ourselves.
That's great. Level Up Consult for, and they say to me, more time with you guys, yes. And we open up because we see that you guys, you are packed like it's a whole package on its own, and just a section of what you have, that's the career readiness. That's ready. One part of it.
Yeah.
And even with that one, if you have to digest it, and then yeah. So we actually have to book another time, and we have to just go deep into this. But I want you to talk a little bit about your book. You're an author, right?
Yes.
We've seen quite a number of your books, and you are saying, Bakoso Namkwansoba. Okay, yeah. True books, so I'm on for baby. I laptop into books, books not to consume. Your bedroom was a true for. So, tell us a little bit about your book.
All right, my book, I'm a career person, because I believe in this life, say you miss your career, you miss your very life. Into last year, I launched a project called My Career Life Campaign.
Okay.
Which is that my career, my life. Kofo Bebrina really joke with our career. One of the things that it places you in a very good light is they take a great deal of interest in the career of their children or of their citizen, one way or the other. In our part of the world, our career variety is very limited.
Yeah.
Only limited to the office space. But career, it transcends to every part of our life. Even if it may draft a very good career path for a watch seller and as a kinky seller, because it is about your passion. Your career is about your passion. Your career is about your core competence. Your career is about what brings you internal satisfaction. I say, in as much as your career transition, we find many people at the wrong places of their job. We find a lot of, and that is why we have a lot of stunted growth in our country, especially in Ghana. We have a lot of personnel, sir. Their qualification doesn't commensurate, and as it doesn't sync with the job it's a lot of factors. I call them the 3-factor syndrome. The 3-factor syndrome. It is so because number one of our educational system. Our educational system has not opened a variety of career options. Number two, even the career options now, somebody can go and study aeronautic engineering. Aeronautic engineering is a very brilliant course, but in our space as a country, the person cannot function because that industry has not been explored so much to help the individual have that kind of satisfaction. So the person finishes school, then he begins to struggle to find his feet in the job space because the opportunity is not even available. So two things: either he travels outside, which results in brain drain, or the person enters into the banking sector. He enters the banking sector because uncle Bia or banking sector or which we are connected on. Into the account in and answer customer releases or bread. At the end of the day, you have a lot of challenges in the workspace because you have a lot of staff or personnel, sir. They don't have the hands-on help. Even though company have a policy of training the person before he works. Even though the person is trained, because the joy and the satisfaction in the environment, it doesn't have the capacity to grow in that field, and it brings a lot of friction in the workspace. That is why we have customers complaining about services, complaining about products. Let's even look at the current brouhaha that is going on in the health space, where we are having nurses and doctors even going on strike. Why are they going on strike? I read an article of one woman which every health personnel finds it so abusive and like an insult to their profession and industry. But if you look at the core of the message that young lady has put there, if you really sit down and understand it, it has some truth in it. It has some truth in it. You see, not many people are picking up options because they have a passion to do. They are picking up that options because they think there is a possible way of when that person completes, you get a job. So somebody trying to make an ends meet will just pick up that profession because he wants to sustain himself financially. Until that passion is not there. I myself have witnessed the handling of a nurse in enriched hospital, where a patient had to die because the nurse forgot to refill the oxygen in the patient's what do you call it? Whatever thing they call it.
The
so
cylinder.
You see, so it is something I always say you look very critically at it. We need to look at it critically as a nation. Even though say free education, free SHS and all of that, I was say we should look at what actually we want to achieve aside achieving what we call an educated populace. What are we really doing to people who have been educated? I was say you go ahead to even place them in the right your friend is saying atmosphere for them to unearth their talent. Let's look at this. Americans mainly they see one of the, let me just quickly add before I forget this. Trust me, African has the best of talents in the world. Africans, they have the best of talents in the world. The countries of the nations of the world, pick something like America, US, most of the phenomenal development that have gone on has been either fueled or has been empowered by a black. You go in and you see that they are health space, you will see one or two blacks who have been a very strong help in their why? Because they invest in talent. When they see that this person does well, they invest in him. That is why they have brought scholarship schemes like Commonwealth, your friends, the MasterCard Foundation, your friend India Scholarship, and all those kind of things. Why? To siphon the brains of these countries and send them there to go and learn. And that is how they begin to get their candidates. So if the Ghanaian people can also sit down and look at it and draft scholarship schemes to help, your friend is saying, these people to unearth their talent, it's going to be very great. When I talk about this, I'm not talking about the scholarship secretariat. I'm not talking about that. Honestly, I've not read about their whatever they are doing, but fine, they are doing a great job. I applaud them for that. But I mean, say, scholarship schemes, they must be spread abroad, all over. Why? To be able to get brains that can be trained and invested in for the future of the country. That thing is not being done, and I just hope, say, God is still going to help us as a country because He has only been our help for now. Just being honest.
Bernard, I will be seeing here looking at work experience. Okope Juma near Cynthia here, 3 years experience, 5 years experience. Meanwhile, this person is a fresh graduate. I feel the first time Crambokra, we have some people almost near internship whilst schooling. Such a fresh graduate, catching say we have 2 years experience, 5 years experience. How do these people break into the market?
I mean, we can't blame the employers. Even myself as an employer, I would want to see some experience that you have. But you see, the wisdom of our educational system is that, in as much as say it is very all-encompassing or all-inclusive, it also allows space. That's why we have what we call vacation times. That is why we have what we call breaks. Now, what the graduates do, or what they do with their time, or with the space where they are not in the confinement of the classroom, is very important. Unfortunately for us, the student who has been in school feels that a little break has to do with entertainment. Is what leaves a lot of people without experiences. Now, I was having a chat with one of the parents who has their awards in the free SHS thing. You find out that we have the gold track, the green track, and all those tracks. Now you find a student going to school for like 2 months, 3 months. Then he comes to stay home like 2 months or 1 month.
3 months.
3 months. Now, within this 3 months, what is the child really doing in the house? It presents the child an opportunity to start doing something for him or herself. You can be carrying this child along even at wherever you think can help the person to be trained. The person is over 15 years old.
Okay.
When a child is 15 years old, he should be able to make quality decisions for him or herself. So that is where you begin to engage the mind of the child. What do you want to do? Now that you are home, let's visit this place. Let's visit that. Let's do this. Let's do. It all comes together to form what we call the experiences.
Okay.
The working experiences of the child. So by the time the person finishes the 3 year or the 4 years time in school,
yes,
if you put together the vacation period, it's almost a year and counting. In the university, the vacation period and all of that, when you put together, you are getting almost 3 years. So when the employer is asking you, give me an experience or give me a working experience, he is asking about what you've been doing all your life when you had a luxury of time.
Okay.
So you can tell the person, when I was here, I joined MTN and I was with the sales task force. I was selling. So I have what you call selling and marketing skills. When I was on vacation, I joined an oil company and I was cleaning or doing office stuff.
Yeah.
This, then that. When I was doing, it doesn't take so much for a working experience. You have to do with what you have done before.
Okay.
Where you have worked before. And that is where Loop Consult also we do. We do internship, we do that kind of training for them to understand whatever they are doing. So what I'm saying is, as a graduate, you see, when you don't have a career trajectory in mind, you can spend your time, waste your time at the university space where a little time you have, you think you have to go and chill, all in the name of your friend is there's so much stress in learning. No, that is the time you can only learn. Become 30 plus and 40 plus and see how you struggle to learn. At that stage, the brain has the capacity to accumulate a lot of things. There's more enjoyment. After when you have done it, you have gotten your dream job, there's more of that. So I would just encourage you. I wouldn't have a problem with employers asking for that, but I will have a challenge with the graduate who has a problem with the employer asking for working experience.
Bernard, it was for a director, Kum CEO. Director Kum CEO Bernard Kwao and the Edin Komo Alpha career readiness, which is one of the packages from Level Up Consult, depending on what you want. Yes, normal to me abwao. Baby, I hope so. To me abwao when it comes to studying abroad, when it comes to a Juma or penny idea, the internship, profiling. Yes, let's talk a little bit about profiling.
Okay. Yeah. Profiling, is very important. You know, these Americans and these outside guys, they are very big on profiling.
Okay.
Every graduate must have a profile.
Okay.
When we talk about profile, it's different from your CV. Profile has to do with, for example, if you meet somebody for the first time, your profile tells the person who you are. You are a marketing executive. That is your specialty. You may not be working in any company.
Yes.
You are, your friend is saying, a radio presenter. You are a professional barber.
Yes.
You are into real estate. So your profile has to just tell the person what you are doing.
Okay.
Who you are. Okay. Then basically what you've been doing so far over time. So when any person take your profile, this Bernard. Yeah, Bernard is a career aspect. Okay, so anything career I can easily. So when the person just thinks of a career opportunity, he's thinking about you. It's the same as the person meeting you. My name is Bernard. He will ask you, so what do you do? What have you been doing? Where have you? So all these things, for them to not be asking all these questions. Oh, this is my profile.
Oh, okay.
Tells you. So now, let me give you a clear example. When a speaker is going to give, what do we call it? A speech, or even a preacher.
Yes.
They want to read something about him. That is what we call profile. They want to introduce the person.
Yes.
He has done this, he has masters, he has PhD, he has done this, he has done it. Oh wow, nice. So it gives you an idea of who the person really is. That is what we call profiling. And every graduate must have a profile of themselves aside their CV. Because your profile is very important in helping the average person know who you really are. That is very important. I've gone for many conferences and they ask for my profile because they want to know what you can really do. Yeah, because without the profile, we don't know who you are.
Yes.
And the CV tells us what you've done. Yeah, so that's very important.
So, it was for what he is actually saying is a profile no is talking about your personality.
Exactly.
And your CV is talking about your achievements and your educational background. Yes. So that's the difference in there. It is not necessary, but profiling. No, do we have like a particular form and a structure to it? People would have to put it across.
Exactly. I mean, the profiling also, it's you need to always appear professional and really nice. So there's a standard way of doing profile. We have a lot of other ways, but then there is a particular way you want to, especially the styling, the positioning of what do you call the design and everything. All of it is very important, and we do all of that. But before I forget, one of my team members just alerted me. You know, we're going to run something in the advertising space very soon. It will be coming up. We call it the Advertising Masterclass Series. Advertising Masterclass Series. It has to do with how you can get a hands-on training in how to be an advertising agency or how to become an expert in the advertising space. That has to do with how to get a standardized graphic designing skills, how to be a brand specialist, or again how to also do digital marketing. So these three products we are running under the Advertising Masterclass, and we have good experts who have been in the industry for a long time, and that information will also be out very soon. So just be on the space. So if you have a child, that's what I'm saying. If you have a child from senior high school and he's at home, he's doing nothing, graduate, you are also on vacation. It's going to be an online thing, vacation, and nothing really is going on with you. Churches, institutions, you can just bring your people. Let's do this, and it's going to. And one thing about Loop Consult is, in as much as we strive for profit, we are not just looking for any candidate. When you come, you will be interviewed. You will be taken through our systems to know whether you are fit for the job or fit for the class. So you pass you through that because we stand for excellence.
But this is training. You are training me into you taking me through all these. Don't you think so discouraging me rather? Because Charlie, I see say go for you to tell me come by force.
The training is not to either scare or turn people around or turn them away. Sorry. The training helps us to know the class to put you.
Yes.
Yeah. For example, when we train, we pass you through the interview or whatever, and we get to see that this is your capacity. We put you in the beginner class. This is your capacity. We put you into the intermediate class. This is the capacity. We put you into that class. So the training is to help you to know what we are to give you and all of that. So basically.
It was for Reneswa, me sure say Bernard Mubebana Mabek di a home come so that you can be part of this wonderful training. I this year in chat today be a sino no din kind so we this year the mind itself it goes dormant and it doesn't really function well. Today be on and I'm now bre. Bernard, your man would number set to job, but your best send there to job. If you have any social media handles that we can get you guys on, we can put them across as well.
So The numbers, all the numbers are on WhatsApp, so you can either call or send a text, a WhatsApp message. Then you are good to go. So we have for the MTN is 0245 801 836. 0245 801 836. Then the Vodafone is 020 45 22 850 020 45 22 850. Yeah. So with this, you will be able. If you go on our Facebook is Loop Consult.
Loop Consult. How do I spell the loop?
1 second. So Loop Consult is LUP.
LUP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Consult. I hope you can spell the Consult. So it is. Okay. Sorry. Facebook is Level Up Consult Ghana.
Level Up Consult Ghana for
Level
Facebook.
Up, yes, Facebook Level Up Consult Ghana.
Okay.
Then and LinkedIn we have. Oh my God, this is so long. We'll get you, just send a text and we'll send you the rest of the handles, and it will be nice to get it done. Send in your request for the CV review, and we have it done for you. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. And thank you so much, Playhouse Radio. You are really the best. And we are hoping to come here every now and then. Thank you very much, George.
Thank you very much, Bernard. Ebusia for Bernard Nini di in Komono efa a Level Up Consult for enhyehyɛ ya omo edema amanaman for ho. Ebana disua ho nsensem dia omo de mu ginem. Enti number di 2 Jano bomodia say obefre and say the social media handles, no, you get connected to them. Send a mechanic, and then Fridays are time with the counselor. A counselor no ebedi and come on what you really need to just put in place, and answer what you have to look out for before getting married. And a power dear. Eti Bernard Nini di and come on.